Hi, welcome back to the channel. So we're going to look at double integrals, and the question that I have with me here says perform a double integral over the given region, uh, over the given function over the given region. So what we have is f of xy is equals to x squared plus y squared over the triangular region with vertices 0, comma 0, 1, comma 0, and 0, comma 1. So the first thing that I would love to do is to have a sketch of this. So just we have a picture of what the region of integration looks like. So let's say we have this as our y-axis, then we have this as our x-axis, like that. Okay. So um, here is our y-axis and here is our x-axis. So the points that we have, the vertices for the triangular region is we have 0, comma 0, we have 1, comma 0, that would be at that point, then you have 0, comma 1, that would be at this point here. Okay, so let's try to connect these regions, so these points, so that we see what we have. Okay, so okay, so let's connect them this way. So we have this one, we have this one like that, this one like that, and that one there. So this right here would be our region R, which would be the region of integration. Okay, so um, how we proceed here is that we have to come up with the limits, because you can't just say simply because what you have here is 0, comma 0, and what you have here is 1, comma 1, comma 0, and what you have here is what, 0, comma 1. You can't just say, okay, in the y you're going to put let's say 0, 0 to 1, another one is also 0 to 1, then here you put your x squared plus y squared, then you put, for example, dy dx or dx dy. You don't do that. Okay, so you have to really think this thoroughly. So what I'm going to do here is that I'm going to take a vertical strip, okay, something like that, and put it there. So this is like dy. Okay, it's like the change in y. So what will happen here is that I want to know how far I'm going, starting from uh, this point here. Okay, so this point here, the lowest value that I have for y is what? Is a 0. Okay, what's the highest value that I have? The highest value that I have is this line here, this line here, this same line that we have, this one here. So now, what's the equation of that line? So the equation of that line is that it will interest you to know, to say, if you have if you remember something to do with an identity function. So an identity function is one where you have like um, it's something like that, and that is y is equals to x. Okay, so what happens if we change now? Instead of y is equals to x, we put y is equals to minus x. This changes in terms of this function changes, it becomes something like that. Okay, but observe to say this one here that we have isn't passing at the center. Okay, it's not passing at the center, it's passing at this a point here and another point here. So it's more like um, it's been shifted like that. Okay, so what happens here is that this now becomes y is equals to 1 minus x. Why am I getting the 1 minus why am I getting the 1 in short? It's because of the what I have here at this point. At this point, y is 1. At this point, x is what? X is also equals to 1. So clearly, if you have y is equals to 1 minus x, it simply means when x is 0, just like we have at this point, y is equals to what? Y is equals to 1. At this point here, y is 0, right? So when you plug in 0 here, you observe to say your x is equals to what? Is equals to 1. Hence, this function is correct. So we can have like 1 minus x here. So this is the highest y is going, that is 1 minus x. Okay, what about x? X, the lowest we have starting from this point going all the way this direction. Okay, the lowest value that we have for x is a 0. Okay, the highest we have is what? Is a 1. So it simply means we can now formulate our integral here. So for x, that would be 0 to 1. Then the inside integral for y, that would be 0 to 1 minus x. Then our integrand is x squared plus y squared. Then here this is going to be um, this is going to be d, that would be dy. Yeah, that would be dy dx, like that. Okay, so what it means here now is that we have to integrate, and when we integrate with respect to y, meaning anything that's not y is treated as a constant. So including x squared, that will be treated as a constant. So you have like 0 to 1 for x. So when you integrate what you have here with respect to y, you're going to have x squared times y plus y to the power 3 divided by 3. This is to be evaluated from 0 to 1 minus x, then you put dx, like that. Okay, so um, after evaluating here, this is going to look like you have 0 to 1, that's going to be x squared open bracket. Then you have what do you have here? So the lower limit is a 0, so if you plug in 0, you're just going to end up with a 0. So just plug in the upper limit, so which is 1 minus x. So we say plus 1 minus x to the power 3. Okay, divide by 3, then you say dx, like that. Okay, so I can actually let me just have this as this like I want to get rid of this 3 here, so I can bring it on the outside. But before I do that, remember to say there's a 1 here, so I can make that a single fraction, then like multiply it by 3 and the like. So this is going to be equals to, I'll have the 1 over 3 on the outside, so this is 1 and this is 0. So here you're going to have 3x squared, then 1 minus x plus 1 minus x to the power 3 dx, like that. Okay, so let's expand that. So we have 1 over 3 here. So if we expand this one, you're going to have 3x squared minus 3x to the power 3. Then expanding this guy here is going to give you something like minus x to the power 3 plus 3x squared minus 3x plus 1. You have dx there, like that. Okay, so let's try to simplify this a little. So here you have 1 over 3, and this is from 0 to 1. So observe to say this one and this one, you can make it to be 6x to the power 2. Then this one and this one, that would be minus 4x to the power 3. Then you have minus 3x plus 1 dx. Okay, so now we can perform our integral now. So this is going to be 1 over 3. Okay, 1 over 3. Then when you integrate this, this is just going to be 2x to the power 3 for this one here. How is it becoming like that? It's like when you have 6x squared and you integrate it, you're going to have 6x to the power 3 divided by 3. So 3 into 6 is a 2. So minus, similarly here, you're just going to have x to the power 3 because, sorry, x to the power 4 actually. So that would be x to the power x to the power 4, because you have 4x to the power 3 like this. When you integrate it, that's going to be 4x to the power 4 over 4. So 4 into 4 is a 1. So that's how that is coming about. So minus 3x squared over 2 plus x evaluated from 0 to 1. So one thing that you're able to observe again here is that if you plug in the lower limit, which is 0, you're just going to end up with a 0, right? So we don't really worry about the lower limit. So let's look at the upper limit, which is 1. So that would be 1 over 3 here. So plug in 1 here, you're going to have a 2 minus a 1 minus 3 over 2 plus a 1 like this and that cancels out, right? So this is 1 over 3. Then on the inside you have 2 minus 3 over 2, right? So make this a single fraction, or when you work it out, so this will be 1 over 3. So that to making it a single fraction, you're going to end up with 4 minus 3 over 2. Okay, that would be 1 over 3. 4 minus 3 is a 1, so that would be 1 over 2 like this. So your answer is just going to be 1 over 6. Okay, so that's the answer that we have gotten. Okay, and that is when we formulated it this way. We said 0 to 1 and 0 to 1 minus 1 minus x of x squared plus y squared. That would be dy dx, and we have ended up with 1 over 6. So one thing that I would challenge you to do is, instead of using dy dx, let's use dx dy and see if you're going to get the same thing. So I'm going to leave that part for you, but what will happen here is that, for it to come up with the limits, you're not just going to exchange to say, okay, you get this one, you plug it there. No, like, you're going to get back to your sketch here. Okay, you can get back to our sketch. So instead of using a horizontal strip, you're going to use a vertical strip. Okay, which you can formulate like that. So this is going to be dx, right? So it simply means the lowest value for x, it would be 0, or the lowest limit, it would be 0, right? Then the highest you have, x is going this direction as far as this line here, and that line is what? That line is y is equals to x minus, no, 1 minus x, the other way around. That line is y is equals to 1 minus x. So just have to make x a substitute to the formula. That's going to be x is equals to, I think it's 1 minus y. Yeah, 1 minus y. So you put 1 minus y. Then for y, you're going in this direction. The lowest you have is a 0. The highest you have is what? Is a 1. So your new reversed order of integration. Okay, so you'd have like 0 to 1, then 0 to 1 minus y. Your integrand remains the same. Then this here changes to dx dy. So integrate this one, or work it out, and try to find out if you're going to get 1 over 6, and let me know in the comment section. So that will be all in this video. Thank you very much for watching, and we'll catch you in the next one.